नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे. పూజ్య స్వామీజీ, పెద్దలు, సభాయే నమః. వివేకానంద కేంద్రం కన్యాకుమారి నుంచి మీ అందరికీ స్వాగతం. స్వామి వివేకానందుడు 1892 డిసెంబర్ 25వ తారీఖున భారతదేశం యొక్క ఆత్మని స్పృశిస్తూ, వెతుక్కుంటూ, భారతీయ ఆత్మని, ఆధ్యాత్మిక శక్తిని తెలుసుకుంటూ దాదాపు 5 సంవత్సరాలు ఈ దేశాన్ని, ఈ రాష్ట్రాన్ని, ఈ సమాజాన్ని, ఈ సంస్కృతిని మహారాజులతో, గుడిసెల్లో పామరులతో నివసిస్తూ 5 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత కన్యాకుమారి చేరుకున్న ఆ మహాత్ముడు ఆ కన్యాకుమారి అమ్మవారి దర్శనం తర్వాత 25, 26, 27 జస్ట్ ఒక వారం ముందర తన జీవితంలో లక్ష్యం, తన జీవితంలో ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి కార్యం అక్కడ నిర్ణయించుకొని, తెలుసుకొని ప్రపంచానికి ఈ భారతీయ సంస్కృతిని, భారతీయతని, ఆధ్యాత్మికతని తెలియజేయాలి, తెలపాలి అనేటువంటి నిర్ణయంతో మనందరికీ తెలుసు రీచ్డ్ షికాగో. సిస్టర్ క్రిస్టీన్, one of his foreign disciples, speaking of Swami Vivekananda, she said wonderfully, beautiful words. Blessed is the country in which he was born. Blessed is the country in which he was born. Blessed are those who lived on the earth in those times. Blessed, thrice blessed are those who sat at his feet. Blessed is the country in which he was born. Blessed are those who lived on the earth in those times. Blessed, thrice blessed are those who sat at his feet. భారతదేశం అంటే ఏమిటి? భారతీయత అంటే ఏమిటి? భారతీయ ఆధ్యాత్మికత అంటే ఏమిటి? ద ఇండియన్ కల్చర్, స్వామీజీ సెడ్ బ్యూటిఫుల్లీ, ద స్పిరిచువాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ద హ్యుమానిటీ, ద కల్చరల్ dimension of this society, first time introduced to the Western society. This is the greatest contribution of Swami Vivekananda. వివేకానందుడి యొక్క గొప్పతనం, ఆయన యొక్క కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఏంటంటే భారతీయతని, భారతీయ సంస్కృతిని, భారతీయ ఆధ్యాత్మికతని పాశ్చాత్య దేశాలకి ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసినటువంటి మహాత్ముడు ఆయన. స్వామి వివేకానంద, before Swami Vivekananda went to the West and after his return from the West, very wonderful thing it is. The same Britishers who are ruling India, in their capital in Britain, in London, Swamiji stayed almost 1 year in entire 1896. He stayed there almost, spoke in London about Indian culture, about Indian spirituality, spoke on the way yoga, taught yoga to the Western people. This is also one of the historical turning point in the Indian philosophy. First time a Hindu sannyasi crossing the ocean to the Western land, introducing them, teaching them what is the science of the mind, the yoga, was taught to them by Swami Vivekananda. Sister Christine tells wonderfully, we knew India. We were introduced what is spirituality. We came to know about yoga from Swami Vivekananda. It is when Vivekananda spoke, he spoke of India. Another beautiful meaning which Swami Vivekananda defined, excellent definition, the spiritual force, Adhyatmika Shakti, He gave two dimensions. రెండు మార్గాలు చూపించాడు ఆయన. The spiritual force has two dimensions. One is Rashtra Bhakti and Manava Seva, he said. Beautiful. Service to humanity is a service to divinity. Manava Sevaye, Madhava Seva. This term, service to humanity, is a service to divinity. It was not there before Swami Vivekananda. He has coined a new dimension, new sentence, new Veda, new Upanishad it is. A man who is spiritual must be able to, must serve the people in whom there is a God. The Indian spirit, the Bharatiya Samskriti, Veda, Upanishad, which preaches, which taught to the world that man is a form of God. Man is an embodiment of God. Manishi, Manavudu, దేవుడి యొక్క ప్రతిబింబం. అప్పుడు దేవుడి యొక్క పూజ చేయాలి అంటే there is no need to go to the temples and worship. Serve the man. There is God in him. This new dimension, service to humanity, is service to divinity. మానవ సేవకి, మాధవ సేవకి ఒక నూతన పరిభాషని, ఒక నూతన భాష్యాన్ని ఈ విశ్వానికి, ఈ ప్రపంచానికి అందించినటువంటి మహామనీషి స్వామి వివేకానందుడు. భారతదేశాన్ని తిరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు, ఈ దేశంలో పరివ్రాజక సన్యాసిగా తిరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆయనకు దగ్గరికి వచ్చినటువంటి వేల మంది, వందల మంది యువకులు, they were inspired by Swami Vivekananda. The new message in him. Entire Bengal revolution came out of Swami Vivekananda's meeting. Where somebody beautifully told. Entire freedom movement, there is a seed of Swami Vivekananda. Spiritual nationalism, cultural nationalism, ఈ స్పిరిచువల్ నేషనలిజం, ఆధ్యాత్మిక రాష్ట్రభక్తి, కల్చరల్ నేషనలిజం, సాంస్కృతిక దేశభక్తి, వీటికి పునాది నాటి, దానికి విత్తనాన్ని నాటినటువంటి మహామనీషి స్వామి వివేకానందుడు. Swamiji is not only a spiritual personality, he is a patriot monk. He is a patriot monk. When Swami Vivekananda spoke in Chicago Parliament of Regents, the papers which published, beautiful word they have coined him, wonderful words, cyclonic monk of India, Hindu monk of India. This is what beautifully they said it. He was called a cyclonic monk, Tufan Sannyasi. అంటే wherever he spoke, there is a cyclone. And the cyclone is of what? A cyclone of Sanatana Dharma it was. A cyclone of Hindu Dharma. A cyclone of new spiritual dimension. And this wonderful contribution of Swami Vivekananda, what a tremendously he inspired. When Jamshedji Nasarvanji Tata met Swami Vivekananda on the ship from Yokohama to the American shores, on the ship, they had a discussion. Out of that discussion came Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. They are the birth of thoughts put by Swami Vivekananda. There are youth here. The lessons which to be learned from Swami Vivekananda, wonderful lessons. When Swamiji spoke in Harvard University, excellent, wonderful talk on Indian culture. The Harvard University came forward, offered him a seat, a chair, to lead the philosophy of the Asian studies. Swami Vivekananda said, I don't want it, because I have a mission in my land. I have to go back. When Jamshedji Tata wrote to Swami Vivekananda a letter that in my dream of this scientific research, I would like you to direct and lead this beautiful offer. One from Harvard University and another is from Jayanti. Swami Vivekananda, as a young man of 30 to 35 years, he denied it. Why? He said, I have a mission of enlightening the masses of India. And he wrote a beautiful letter to Alasinga Perumal, another young person in Chennai. 100,000 men and women fired with the zeal of holiness, fortified with eternal faith in the Lord, now to lie encouraged by their sympathy for the poor and the fallen and the downtrodden. will go over the length and breadth of the land, preaching the gospel of salvation, the gospel of equality, the gospel of social rising up. What a dream of Swami Vivekananda it is. In our invitation, a beautiful quotation was put, that I see India sitting on a golden throne, it was put it. Whatever Swami Vivekananda spoke, it was totally new to these Western people. He spoke of Ramayana. He spoke of Indian culture. He spoke of Hanuman, spoke of Sita, Patanjali, Krishna, Savitri. These stories he told them. When they asked him to speak of Indian women in Boston, there's a church, and the topic was Indian women. He spoke on Indian women, putting Sita as the center of the culture. Then when they asked it, we wanted you to speak on Indian women. You spoke the story of Sita. He said, story of Sita is the culture of Indian women. This is wonderfully Swami Vivekananda's vision. He introduced India's spiritual characters, India's revolutionary characters. He introduced to the West what is real India. Before Swami Vivekananda introduced India to the world, their idea of India was different. India means a nation of poor, nation of niggers, nation of downtrodden, nation of dirty people lying on the footpaths, a country which has uncivilized, uneducated. But when Swami Vivekananda stood on the World Parliament of Religions, went round throughout the globe for about 6 years, what was his mission? What was his topic? His topic is just one topic, that is India, India and India. Whatever he spoke, on behind every topic, the punch line is my nation, my country, my nation, my country it was. During the World Parliament of Religions, there was a sidelong meetings. In one meeting, there was a beautiful discussion on economics, use of silver in economics. There was a discussion. Swami Vivekananda was present in that discussion. He laughed at it. He said, use of silver in economics. Swami Vivekananda spoke in that, and he said, in my country, I see everybody using silver as a normal, useful utensils. It is not that rich in our country. It is very common. And for them, using silver vessels is something very rich. He said, that is a pride. Very beautiful it is. Wherever Swami Vivekananda spoke, we must, all of us, to remember, he held India as the top. The Garvam, the Bharatiyam, means the pride in India. Very beautiful it is. The pride in him, the national pride, the cultural pride, yes, he stood to that. And he never put it down in any topic. For him, and wherever photos you see, any photo of Swami Vivekananda you see, it is always straight and upward, forward looking. You never see Swami Vivekananda looking down with a downcast. He is always up straight and look forward. Very beautiful. That's how it was said that Rabindranath Tagore very beautifully summed up, to know India, study Vivekananda, he said. To know India, study Vivekananda. In him, everything is positive, nothing negative, he said. Everything is positive and nothing negative. To read India, there is no need to read history written by the foreigners. There is no need to read history written by the foreigners. What all is to be done is just read the life of Swami Vivekananda and read the teachings of Swami Vivekananda, imbibe the message of Swami Vivekananda. On this 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, I tell you, celebrating 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda is celebrating the glory of India. It is celebrating the glory of Indian culture. It is celebrating the glory of Bharatiya spiritual dimension. It is not celebrating Swami Vivekananda's birthday, please permit me. It is celebrating the Indian spiritual history. It is celebrating India's cultural revolution. And he stood for that. India means what? It is Swami Vivekananda. As a coin, there are two sides of a coin. One side is Bharat Mata, other side is her son, Swami Vivekananda. It is. There are two sides. There is no third dimension in that. This young personality, when he went round throughout, when he met Mysore Maharaja, when he met Trivandrum Maharaja, Baroda Maharaja, what is his topic? His topic is, Maharajas, your duty is to serve the poor. And as I say, under this Swami Vivekananda Sardashati Samaroha, Vivekananda Kendra, and all the organizations which have come forward to celebrate this, it's a massive plan, I tell you. On 25th of December, just 1 week back, Sankalpa Din, Sankalpa Divas, was celebrated throughout India. The day on which Swami Vivekananda took Sankalpa in Kanyakumari. And on 12th of January, coming January, it was planned, every village, there will be a procession holding Swami Vivekananda's forward. And maximum houses, every house must know Swami Vivekananda. Why they should know? Because Swami Vivekananda is India. Swami Vivekananda is Indian culture. Swami Vivekananda is spirituality. Thank you.